Call to order, roll call, we have a full quorum here. So I'll entertain approval of tonight's agenda as stated.
I'd make a motion to approve tonight's agenda.
I'll second that.
Moved and seconded, any discussion on that line item? If not, all in favor? Tonight's agenda. All right.
Yes.
At this time, we'll take public comment or questions related to non-agenda items. All right. Nobody, so we'll move on to the consent. And we'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
I'll move to approve the consent agenda.
Okay, Mr. Marchand, thank you.
I'll second.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any questions on the consent agenda, comments?
Of course.
Yes, what would you like to know?
Let's do it.
On the warrants, I
Yeah.
just had a couple of questions and
Go for it.
and maybe other people can help us out here too. Do we know what, can you tell me what New Day Ranch is?
There's a student that has out of district tuition at New Day Ranch, and it kind of falls under the new tuition guidelines where we will receive a bill for students that reside within our district but are going to school at a different place. So I believe New Day Ranch, even though it's probably a stay at type of tuition, we will still be paying because they were last located in our district.
It looks like it's $15 a day, is that?
Something like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
just curious about that. And maybe Mr. Nesper can help me out. We got a new sound system, portable sound system?
Yes.
Cool. And how do you see that being used?
If you were at the band and choir concert last night, you saw it in its first full use.
I missed it, I'm sorry.
It was sorry. It was a fantastic show, really great show.
Oh, I don't know.
This was a collaborative financial effort from the community. The crew down at Gamble sort of led the way on raising some money to get a new sound system specifically for the music program. But it'll be useful for other things, like when Mission Valley Live brings a live act down for the kids to see, or we have presenters with specific audio needs or things like that. But it's a really capable system that the district and the community split on. And it's going to be a really great addition to our
Sound system.
Yeah, no, it sounds good.
abilities to do that.
So it's like a $10,000 system then?
About 7.
About 7.
We had to pay for it, so to get it going on the timeline of community member Stuart Morton, who it's gonna go right now, right? We fronted it and then we received the funds. So we split it. We actually received more funds than the cost of the sound system. So any remaining funds went into the high school music activity account to provide for instruments or whatever the leader of the music program wants, so.
I didn't know we got that much money.
Yep,
That's
we
really
did.
cool.
So they did a great job fundraising, but our agreement was to split 50-50. So.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, thank you. I'm sorry I missed that last
Yeah.
night. But,
Well,
I was just curious about it.
It was live streamed just like our board meeting, and if you'd like to go watch it on the YouTube channel, you still can.
Cool. Last of its kind.
And then
there's more to come on.
and then electoral controls. I see we have a couple bills to the tune of about $3,500. Is that just a maintenance issue? Or is that what we're doing?
It's usually service calls. Electro generally works with our thermostat issues.
Okay.
So,
But it's a maintenance department.
yeah, it's a maintenance department.
Cool. That's all I had.
Okay, anybody else? All right, no other questions? All in favor of tonight's consent agenda? All right.
Motion carries. On the reports.
On reports, district report, Mr. Sargent, do you have anything to add to your report?
No, I do not. I just will need, actually, Mr. Hendrickson will need 2 board members for graduation and 1 board member for middle school promotion.
I got high school.
High school.
Okay.
Mr. Hendrickson, where is it? You get that?
Pierre and
Peter and JP.
And one for middle school promotion, 8th grade promotion,
What day is that?
Wednesday.
at 3:45-ish.
So I know this sounds ridiculous, but I'll be on that high school stage
Usually
also.
off at noon anyway.
It's what, 3?
Well, I'll be the speaker for the class.
Oh, yeah, you'll already be there.
We're not having a meeting, are we?
What's that?
When 3 board members get.
No, you're
together?
fine.
We're good?
As long as you're not talking business,
Yeah.
you're fine.
No huddling. You're supposed to jump into one of these. That's
Yep, I can do
initiation.
the middle school. June 3rd, is that what I heard?
It's a Wednesday.
3:45.
That's quick.
And we've had John Conan here the last 2 days. He's doing our positive system intervention evaluation. So we'll get the results on that for our end of the year report. That's all I have unless there's any questions.
I had a couple, Mr. Sergeant.
Yep.
Right on the top of District Office News, American Fidelity, is that who will be here next week?
They'll be here.
Is this Scott Miller?
No,
Oh,
this is our like health savings, flex
Oh, okay.
funds, life insurance, disability insurance.
right.
They'll be here, Tuesday through Thursday.
And the professional development units provider is new, I'm not sure what that is.
What does it say?
Right below that, professional development unit provider.
Okay,
Will
so
be
that's
new for this.
for so you can get approved to be able to provide renewal units, and I've done that in the past, but that system is changing. So I'll go through the hoops to be able to continue to offer those renewal units for staff whenever we have PD here.
And then, the only other thing I had is on the back, regular meeting items, transportation contract. Do we get will an annual report be presented to the board or exactly?
End of the year report?
Well, it says, regular meeting items for this month, I'm guessing. Is, an annual report presented. And I was just wondering if we get an annual report or?
Yeah, we'll do it in June. Is it under is it financial?
Regular meeting items.
Well, it appears twice. It appears under regular meeting items where it says annual report presented, but it also appears under budget timeline, but it doesn't say.
And that's also just our annual goals.
But we think we'll get a transportation report, annual report in June?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. That's all I have.
Okay. There's nothing else. Let's go on to anybody a report for SIFT. Athletics. There's a nice little report there. Justin's not here to follow up, so anybody have any questions about that? And then if not, we'll go to Mr. Nesper for the technology report.
Happy to answer any questions, but I don't have anything to add to it.
Okay.
I got you.
All right, we'll go to maintenance and facilities May board report. Have any representatives from maintenance and facility here? Oh, hey, there he is. Welcome to the meeting.
I did have a question or two. Just clarification. On the elementary roof repair, it says the valley flashing.
Yeah, so on the back
Right.
north door, there was the valley, the flashing only went up like 3 inches, so the snow and ice would build up and it would leak right in that room, TC's room, which has been repaired, and we haven't had any leaks the last couple of rains. We've had other leaks, but not that one. So we think that was, it's just, yeah, every time it rains, there's a different spot.
Yeah, I think we talked about that,
Yeah.
and
We had a new
I
one
just
today,
wanted-
so it's all good,
I
but.
just wanted to make sure I
Yeah.
understood what was going on.
The middle school roof is scheduled for June. They're gonna start tearing it off in June. So that's underway. We got the new HVAC system guys coming in. I also believe in June. They asked when school got out, so they should be here to replace that whole unit up top there. So hopefully the new gym will be up and running like it's supposed to. Should have been day one.
Cool,
So
good news.
And on the back of that, there's a location and equipment. I'm just wondering if this is the same thing we talked about, the maintenance shop furnace. Is that the same thing we talked
yeah,
about?
yeah. The one,
Bruce's?
and Bruce has already been there.
Okay.
I got a call out to the Energy Partners. So when they're here doing the middle school, moving the tanks, they're going to do a field audit and figure out where we need to move that tank and move that line for the new furnace over there. So we're going to try to tie them together. So save us a service call, I hope.
Yeah, I just didn't know if that was the.
Yeah, that's the same one.
And then if you could remind me, and I don't know if we're gonna talk about graduation, but we talked about removing all the electrical equipment from. the
Yeah,
stage.
anything that has to be indoor. The stage, the chairs. I don't think we put any of the padded chairs out, if I don't remember right. I think they're all the metal chairs. So we were going to have them ask that they just stack them up against the fence, and anything that has to go inside, flags, electrical equipment. I think
And
that's
stack the chairs.
just.
against
I
the
think that's pretty simple.
Okay.
Everything else we'll grab Monday morning. So
No request to get a chair? No.
you can request whatever you want.
I'll be fine.
I'll get back to you on that.
Don't worry about it.
I usually have a 2 to 3 week response, so you better get it in now.
You got one you had the dead.
Maintenance is coming up.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
laughed.
So,
That's all I have. Thank you.
welcome new board members back. Anybody else?
How's the hours going?
The boiler hours are good. I've been every morning. We actually fired them up the other morning because the lunchroom was like 51 degrees. So it was good practice for me. Got to fire them up for an hour, shut them back off. Hours, I mean, we're pretty close anyway. The guys that are coming in to do the seals, that'll just be extra time for me. So I am on a callback list for the classes in Missoula. They don't start until August or September. She didn't give me an exact date because they're not on yet. So I'm on the call list. So if I haven't heard anything by mid-July, I'm going to keep calling until they get the class set up. So, but yeah.
So how does that work? If they call you, we're freezing our butts off in the cafeteria?
No, we actually walked through there and they all had their coats on, and it wasn't like you could see your breath, but it was pretty close.
Yeah, and so how?
And then what it was is just the outside fans were on.
Mhm.
So, of course, it was like 34 degrees. So it's just drawing all that cold air right into the room.
So you crank up the boiler?
Well, then the rest of the rooms, we checked all the elementary rooms. There was a lot right around the 59, 60 degrees. So we just fired up the boiler, let it run for about an hour. And then you shut the boilers off, you leave the pumps on so the water circulates for about 2 more hours. So it just kind of evens the buildings out. So I don't think anybody got too hot. We
Right.
might have let them run a little too long, but it was pretty close.
But it's pretty quick.
It kind of evened it out, yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious.
I mean, it's a big building. It takes about an hour to get things up to
I would think at least.
yeah, so it was good. But all the transition, everything's moving pretty smoothly. So I have a pretty good teacher, so it's kind of nice. So we've covered a lot of material. So everybody else
Thank you.
good?
Good.
I got that measure too. I'll get a hold of you on that wiring for the ticket booth. So okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Elementary board report.
Nothing more to add unless anybody has questions.
Um, oh, Mr. Hendrickson, I didn't see you had a report on the thing, so you're welcome to come up and,
It's on 6.7.
He's got,
oh, I know, but I didn't see the clickable one.
See what?
it's gotta go down a little bit.
Scroll. Scroll. I wasn't scrolling.
Oh, you know what? I'm on the wrong thing. I'm looking on I can never get on the right meeting schedule.
Thanks again for committing to come to promotion and graduation. The only other thing, wanted to make sure, 2 things. One, I'm going to drop these with you, Mr. Matt. They're the diplomas to sign. And then on Tuesday, May 26th, which is, we don't have school Friday, we don't have Monday, we come back on Tuesday. We'll be doing the senior grad walk, which will be start in the elementary, work their way up here. That'll migrate into the new gym with senior signing day, where our seniors will commit to or proclaim what they're doing after high school, college, workforce, other schooling, trade school, whatever that looks like. And that'll parlay into our end of the year awards assembly. So, if you're free on Tuesday morning,
What time's that start again?
grad walk will probably be like 8:20-ish around there. We got to get everybody
First thing.
rounded up and then walk over to we start in the elementary and work our way over. So, always a good time, always well received. The signing day is great. Yura, Miss Keast puts that on and gets everything going for that. And then they're still in full cap and gown for that. And then our end of year awards. Not a lot of people come to that, but if you want to see what that looks like, it's awards at the classroom level. So like every teacher gives out their own specific awards. So it's one of my favorite days of the year.
That's a Tuesday, is that right?
Yeah, next
Before,
Tuesday.
is the gym already set up for graduation then? When that
No.
happens? Oh, it's not.
No, that'll be the next week.
Oh, the net, yeah.
Yeah,
date
for
did you say it
promotion.
was?
Tuesday, 26. I'm gonna leave. These bad boys with you.
Nice shirt, by the way.
Can I ask,
I wore it.
the,
Champs.
Mr. Henderson, I had one more question.
Yeah.
On the school goals for 25-26, and I should know the answer to this, but item 10, graduation rate above 90%, that's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask 90% of what? I should know this, but is it,
90% of 100.
yeah, I understand that.
Sorry.
Math, is it 90% of the seniors who start that year? Is it 90% of the freshmen?
That's the grad cohort rate. So over 4 years.
Over.
Yeah. So start as freshmen, graduate in 4 years on time as seniors.
And do we know what that rate is now?
We will in 2 weeks.
Okay. Do we know what it was last year?
Well, actually, that's not true. They have until next September to, if say they didn't make it on time and there's kids that didn't graduate and do summer school and finish up that way, that'll still count. There's still time to get them in there. What was it last year?
Yeah. Do we know what the graduation?
I want to say 83 or 86. We've been as high as 97. That was just one kid over 4 years. We've been in the 90s a handful of times, and then the 80s. I think the Montana State average is 77%.
90s are pretty, I mean, you think about our size of our classes, our grades, 90% is a good number.
Yeah.
So it's-
The year we were just one off, we were 100%. We had a kid come in and go out, and it was never they counted as a dropout and didn't graduate with that. So I still hold that one as 100%. Everyone who started came through. It was just a short timer that popped in and out that got us that year, which is unfortunate too.
The reason I bring it up is I was looking at the school comparison data on OPI, and they listed as 24-25 as 75.9%
As the average,
as our graduation rate last year.
24.
24-25 was 75.9, which I was
Oh
thinking
no,
seems that's a lot of kids,
no.
right?
I got data from two different people that were. It was either going to be 86, 85, or 82.3 or something like that.
Should we contact him and correct that? I mean, I'm worried that it's not representing us
Yeah.
accurately.
Well, that guy left.
Okay.
The guy that is in charge of all that data and stuff.
Oh.
He's no longer there, so I don't even know who's
Andy
replacing.
Dane.
Yeah, because Andy was the one that gave me the number.
Yeah.
I call him. I don't rely. If you want to know the actual numbers, you call Andy. I call him every June and say, "Hey, how we looking here? What are we at?" He's like, "Well, if you don't have any more kids that graduate over the summer, this is where you're at." So
I just saw that they were listing it at about 76%. It seems
Yeah.
like a lot of kids. I mean, what did we have for graduates last year? 30 kids?
yeah,
Ish, 30.
yeah.
That's losing
Yeah.
6 or 8 kids, right?
We only had
Anyway,
2 out of that.
I just think,
Two
yeah,
dropouts.
that isn't,
Yeah.
I'd sure like to see us correct that if that isn't accurate, because it's not.
Yeah, we haven't been there in a long time.
Yeah, that's what they're posting for us.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I have.
Good to know.
Thank you.
I'll check. Yep. Anything else? Okay. Thank you.
Now that I'm on the right thing there, I did see there is a SIFT board report there, so I apologize for skipping over that. If anybody had any questions.
I don't have a report.
Oh, Fred, am I?
You have a report?
Well, that makes sense.
First day board chair.
I was gonna say my nomination was contingent to hit the home button and go to.
I think you did do that last time. At least we have somebody.
We got the right person
I
sitting
know,
right.
We do.
I know, that's good. So,
That's that spot which is Mary used to share.
yeah. Oh, no, I had to help Mary all the
Tim coached
time.
me into this was Mary's spot, so.
Alright, never mind. Alright, old business, no, let's see, yeah, we're done with reports.
You're at old business, boss.
Graduation revisited inside. So, what does that have anything to do with anything?
So in March, the board approved holding graduation outdoors contingent upon senior class presenting a plan at the April meeting identifying who would be responsible for duties and expectations required to successfully conduct the ceremony outside. The senior class did not present to the board or follow up with the high school principal regarding the finalized plan, which is necessary for ceremony preparation and logistics. The board is asked to revisit this matter and make a final decision regarding whether the 2026 graduation ceremony will be held indoors or outdoors.
You guys all go to school here?
Yes.
Your seniors?
Yes.
You brought the muscle.
First off, I'd like to say sorry. That's my own personal blunder that I didn't come to the April meeting. Just kind of skipped over my head. But to start off with, who's setting up taking down was one of the issues or things that happened last time. We have, quote unquote, started a new tradition to have the freshman class start taking up and setting down. We'd like to start with this class because they're a very, very heavily motivated class. So this is a list of all the freshmen, all 15 of them, that signed up to help set up and take down. I will be there to oversee. I've been around it enough that I know a lot of what's going on. And yeah, that's simple. And then I'll make sure one of the things you brought up, Marchand, was all the garbage around the field. Just spending an extra 5 minutes and cleaning up everything, and not just the field, and not just the chairs, stage, that type of stuff. And then as for seating and layouts, there is 3 racks of 72 chairs, and split in half, 108. 108 would go in the one section, 108 the other section. Same setup and layout as years past, as it has been outside. And then probably using the newer, more cushioned chairs for seniors to sit on, board members, and up on top of the stage. And then the third item, weather, and whether we, or when we should cancel or call it, is 40% more of precipitation, fog, any of that type of stuff, the Wednesday before. I was going to do the Tuesday, but with the Montana fluctuation of weather, Wednesday just kind of made more sense, just due to 8th grade graduation being on that same day. We can know whether or not we can just leave it in the gym or not.
So 40% chance of precipitation that whole day, or the ceremony's in the evening?
6 p.m.
Friday.
Friday in the evening.
Yeah.
I think judgment call, because we may have morning showers and then nothing, I think, but let me say a higher preset chance for a morning shower.
It probably would be all day, but I don't know when janitorial staff or anybody or when they'd be set up. If it'd be the night before or the morning of, but it'd probably be a call that I'd get to talk to anybody about that. Just get the swap of janitorial staff.
And with your freshman sign up list, you almost need a permission slip from parents, because most freshmen do not have driver's license or vehicles. So, I mean,
And of course, volunteers from our own class, not just freshmen.
yeah, I
Our
want to
class
make
too.
sure you have a contingency plan that, I mean, relying on freshmen is a pretty hefty thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, they're a very heavily motivated class, so I'm not too worried about it. But yes, I know seniors would definitely be open to definitely helping set up, and then could be convinced to take down if freshmen were for some reason all 15 of them were to down. I don't know why they would.
And this has been vetted through the staff, your plan, and signed off on an agreement,
Yes, through our 4 senior
contract.
advisors. Yeah, through our contract. But yeah, through our 4 senior advisors. Yes,
So you get your diploma, then somebody else's problem.
checks out.
So don't be homeless.
So Jake, I asked Mr. Evans and Mr. Green to sort of articulate what they expected at our last building grounds meeting. And so what they're expecting is the electrical equipment to be picked up,
Okay.
flags to be brought in, and chairs stacked against the fence.
Cheers
We
to
don't
you.
have to bring them in, but they need to be, those are the 3 things that they've asked us to do.
The unpadded chairs.
And when I say, if they're padded chairs, I guess they need to come in also, but the bulk of them are gonna be
Just
not,
the hard
and then we'll stack them up. And my plan, when I say us, is when I leave the stage, I run in here to the bathroom and change into working clothes and run back out there. And so I'm expecting to see kids when they get there, right? And I'm helping, and that's fine, but I'm hoping everybody hasn't cut out at that. So anyway, that's the plan. I got your text today, but I was on the road till just before I got here. So I'm still planning. Okay. What I need, and somehow I missed that it was Friday night until my wife reminded me a few minutes ago. I need the time and date and place you want me to be there.
Okay.
Right? So as a speaker, not a board member, but when you need me to be on the field,
Okay.
what time, and so if you could just shoot me that info.
Okay. Yep.
Can you give me the date again? Is it June 5th?
June 5th
June
at
5th.
6 p.m. On the hopefully the high school football field.
But we'll need to be here at 5:30, and is that the plan? Or we need to be just on the field at 6, or what do you want?
This is my first time ever doing this.
What time do you guys usually show up?
We usually, as a board, as part of it, we usually meet in the commons area about 5:30, 5:45.
Because we march in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll organize about 5:30 in the commons.
Outside.
Yeah.
You, we'll go behind the bleachers.
You get
and
the
march
big
out.
bulldog?
Mr. Hendrickson will have a detailed plan
Only
for
go
everyone.
the bulldog.
Sounds
Cool.
good.
Anyway, so there'll be a little transition, 15 minutes while I change, but I'll be back out there to help you guys out. So I'm hoping we have a crew ready to go. The more we have, the quicker that'll go. I mean, last year we didn't move chairs, but it was over pretty quick. So
Yep.
we can get help the maintenance crew out and get that squared away. It'd be great.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You guys- So it's not an action.
It is an
item.
action
It is
item.
an action.
It is?
So
Yes,
we
my question is maintenance. Are you on board with this?
Yeah, we talked about it at the buildings and ground meeting. So, the itinerary, the plan, so should be good.
I'm one of the senior advisors also, and we're on board with it.
Okay.
Director of sound also approves.
Kind about handicap access coming in, because that was an issue last year, the last 2 years, remember that?
Yeah. Do we have any, did we build any of those little wood ramps for accessing that? The track concrete lining? Can we build any little wood ramps for that?
I remember, I thought Sawyer built one. He built them that one first year we had it outside, but I've never seen any, but I'll look around, see what would be fine. Cause it's just a transition from over the curb on the
Yeah.
track, basically. So just a couple little ramps should be pretty easy to make, I would think. But we might have some somewhere. I'll do some looking. I'll make sure we have something.
If you don't tell me.
Yeah. We'll give them that and make something in the shower. Something that'll last, so we don't have to do it every year, so we have something to use it down the road too.
Mr. Evans, what do we do about handicap parking? Is there handicap parking out that way?
I would just ride alongside the ticket booth.
Well, we need to mark that
Yeah, we'll have to
somehow.
get some signs up.
Yeah, I'd suggest just even cutting that road off.
Up to the ticket booth.
And then if need be, I mean, we've done it in the past for football games, right?
Right,
Allow people to park along that
by
edge.
the scoreboard. Pretty easy kids.
Alright, I think if staff's on board and, the seniors bribed the freshmen to aid them, I'll make a motion to, continue having the ceremony outside for this school year.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any other discussion on this matter?
Yeah, I would like this recommendation to be worded a little differently.
Motion to amend.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Let me give you my reasons for this. That I would say that it would be, we'd recommend that graduation ceremony be held outside, contingent upon what? Is that, you know what I'm saying? We're making a resolution to have the graduation ceremony to be held outside or inside.
Contingent weather?
But we don't know which one, right? I would say it's outside contingent upon weather. Does that make sense?
I
Do we
would
need
amend my motion
Can we
to
do that?
include,
Or do we have to vote on the original?
Man, did you?
No, just
I was
amend
just
it
gonna
and
say,
we'll vote on it.
were you thinking that?
I was thinking that.
Okay, Tony, because if we get in that sticky situation where we vote it down, then it dies. So there'd be a motion to amend, which would come from you, or Tony is still finishing his motion.
That my
I
motion
did cut
includes, the staff's agreed upon plan and contingent the outside whether is acceptable, the ceremony being conducted
2 days prior.
2 days prior with consultation to the staff.
Accept that. Good.
What is it again? Can you read that?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
We want me to
Staff
clean it up.
Well, I mean-
on plan and contingent upon weather decision made 2 days prior to graduation. It's really lagging right now too, so prior to graduation. Alright, recommend graduation ceremony outside for 2026 with staff agreed upon plan and contingent upon weather decision made 2 days prior to graduation.
I like
Okay, I like it too. Okay, I was never stopped typing, so I'm waiting for your second, which I now have accepted.
Okay, then, moved and seconded, all in favor?
Motion carries.
Correspondence.
So first up, correspondence resignation. Miss Kendall Baldwin has accepted a position to be the new superintendent of our Lee School District. It's nice to see staff members moving on and moving up. So Miss Baldwin's done a wonderful job for a great number of years. Helped with many things, and she'll be greatly missed. But Miss Baldwin is leaving us this year, so that's just correspondence, but needed you to know. So we'll miss her.
And we have one more.
And resignation of Miss Evans in the library. She's fed and taken care of students for the last few years here in the library, and done a wonderful job. We're going to miss seeing Miss Evans. We'll still see her, but she's no longer going to be here at school in the library. Students are going to miss her. Staff's going to miss her. We will all miss Miss Evans as well.
Yeah. Okay, then on to new business. Negotiations, the master agreement.
Okay, master agreement. We've settled upon a 3% increase.
Did we not, is it 9? Did we skip 9?
Oh, sorry, yeah, you're
Annual district goal.
yeah, district goals.
That's just updated annual goals. We'll have the end of year report in June, no later than July. But that's just, we basically look it over, but that's where we're at with annual goals. And we'll finish that up with what's been completed, not completed, June, no later than July.
And that meshes with the new 5-year plan and annual goal.
Yeah, they're somewhat separate.
Yeah.
It'll just be the end of the year report with the annual goals, and then you'll be approving the new 5-year plan and annual goals for next year, for sure in July.
In July.
Yeah.
So if someone wanted to make comment on that before July, what's a good avenue for them to do?
Yeah, I've sent it to everybody. I will resend it for the new members and all of you. If there's any changes, call me outside of this meeting, obviously, anytime, and give me suggestions, and I will make changes, additions, delete, whatever.
Is it open at all to more public comment, or?
No, we've done a lot of
Yeah.
public, and so,
Certainly solicited.
Yeah.
Yeah. And will discussion of it be on so there'll be discussion in July about it?
yeah, it'll be an agenda item in July.
But not June, so we won't discuss it.
I could put, if you want to see it in June, the rough draft, I could put in June the rough draft.
Yeah, if we've made any progress, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If additions, corrections, or whatever edits happen between now and whenever the June board meeting is.
Yeah, I'll just put it under correspondence.
If there's nothing, I guess we won't.
Yeah.
Need to, but if there is, it'd be interesting to hear what those were.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, on to new business.
So master agreement, negotiations, 3%, certified staff, minimum base salary moving up to 42,863. That's to keep up with STARS Act quality educator payment. 15 to 19 is moved up to 2,000, 20 plus 1,800. Any certified staff that does not opt to take the insurance, we're offering $400 per month towards an annuity, a tax sheltered annuity, beginning next year. So if staff that already has insurance and does not need the insurance It's a savings for the district, and it's helpful for the staff member to get some sort of payment or contribution towards retirement. So it's a win-win for both. We added 1 lane to the extracurricular salary schedule.
1 step.
1 step, not a lane. So 1 step used to be 0 to 5, now it's 0 to 6. And then sick leave payout, instead of using sub pay, changing and replacing that with $100 a day in lieu of a daily rate of 95, which is currently the sub rate, which has made it difficult to increase the sub rate without costing the district in buyouts at the end. So again, I believe it's a win-win for both. So we're recommending the approval of the changes to the master agreement as agreed upon by SIFT and the board negotiators for the 26-27 school year.
I would recommend that we approve the changes to the master agreement as agreed upon by the St. Ignatius Federation of Teachers and board negotiators for 2026-2027 school year.
I would second.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any questions, comments regarding that
Yeah, I would.
master agreement?
I would echo Mr. Sargent's comments. I think it does look like a good settlement. I mean, it does look like a win-win, and highlight again that while we're certainly not required to, it does offer us an opportunity to revisit substitute wages, which we haven't had for a long time. I mean, or at least they were encumbered by other obligations. So I think that's a win for the district to be able to discuss that if we wanted to. So anyway, I thought it was a good agreement. I certainly approve of it.
All right. Anybody else? Okay, all in favor of the new master agreement?
All right.
10.2 employment. Lydia Conway. Miss Conway is here. As recommended by Miss Moore, the district is recommending Miss Lydia Conway for one of the opening elementary positions next year. And she is here tonight.
I'd recommend the hiring of Lydia Conway for open elementary position.
That's
Also,
yeah, quick draw.
Okay, moved and seconded. Any questions or comments regarding?
So the language here, I have offered the open elementary teaching position is different from I have offered a open. Do we have a specific position in which she's directed?
No, we don't.
We have one open position, so that I offered the one position.
So it is not just, she knows where she's, everybody, okay.
But we never do a specific grade
Right,
because
right.
things change and we may have to move. So we'll
Right.
we'll never recommend a specific grade
Right.
for any.
I guess my question was there one or was there more than one open position? It sounds like there's just one right now.
There's just one,
Yeah.
yeah.
Cool.
And we will have a chance to put in place our new mentor program.
We will. They already know who they are.
Let me know when you know.
Oh, I know.
Okay, let me know.
Okay.
It's been second move, second, right?
Yep, moved and seconded. Any other discussion, comments? Okay, all in favor?
Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
10.3.
10.3, coaching employment, recommending the approval of the coaching positions listed. Most are renewals. from last year. And many of the head coaches we did last month, so many of these are assistants with a few head coaches.
I see high school volleyball is not on there.
That was done.
Last,
That was done previously.
I just would, I'd like, some of these are, like you said, even current season. I just don't know what the need for, I mean, nothing against these, I just don't, and I asked the question to Justin this week, what was the rush and the need to have these on the schedule for the May meeting?
mhm,
When some of these seasons are currently
still going.
still going.
Okay.
And we haven't seen evaluation or you know, for this current season or this last season they may have coached, you know. Same question, same issue I had with the proven head coaches last meeting when it was so early. I do understand some of those sports need to have head coaches assigned for summer camps. Just, it's hard when there's no evaluation or tool or feedback from performance or check out, check in list, you know, type situation done. Or even a committee meeting to discuss of these coming to the board prior to the board agenda item.
I'll get it fixed.
So Tony, are you talking about just the sports that are occurring right now? Or are you talking about fall sports also?
Well, I mean, there's sports occurring right now.
Right.
You know, on this list going down, there's softball, there's baseball,
Right.
there's tennis, there's track.
And you're saying you'd like to see evaluation?
Yeah, I mean,
I agree.
If that coach has performed this year or not.
Have you seen
That's
that?
a recommendation?
And the board will never see the the evaluations, but
No.
they can report out that they've been completed successfully.
Yeah.
With a recommendation from the athletic director with the approval and gone through for the extracurricular committee. It's hard, it's logistically very hard to keep track of all the positions, so. But I will follow up because
But that does give us some,
yeah, and it's hard because it's May and we start, you know, camps in June.
Yep.
You know, and we won't have a board meeting until third week, but hopefully at least knowing that they have been recommended by June so that they can get on with camps and so.
But we could do it in a tiered sort of fashion, right? We could do fall sports and then.
We have done that in the past where there's you know, we want to make sure, you know, spring sports are covered or fall sports are covered in August, you know, before the season starts.
Or now, yeah, I'm up for that.
It's just,
But
and also.
spring, I don't know about that.
Also just would like to have a extracurricular committee meeting to have some sort of discussion to say, hey, these are moving forward out of the committee.
Yeah,
And these were discussed and vetted at least. You know.
So how would you fix this, Mr. Sargent, do you think?
It's up to the board. We can table them all, or we can
Cut them by
move
season?
forward. Many are renewals.
Yeah.
Not, you know, I mean,
Right, yeah.
they've been evaluated last year. Many of these aren't new coaches. These are. So,
No, I get it, but I also get Tony's point about,
Yeah.
you know, having some discussion. I'm just wondering if we can we cut it off at high school boys basketball to approve now and the rest later, or how do you, I don't know how you want to do that. I hate to table football and basketball stuff when the preseason stuff is gonna happen over the summer.
I think a lot of the concern would lie in that it would be different if we were hiring new coaches in any of these. Most of these have a tenure with us in most of these positions already. I would, if moving forward, I would look at, my recommendation would be look at splitting those in the spring doing the fall coaching, and then fall doing the spring coaches.
So would you cut that off as high school boys basketball on
I,
this
don't- I,
list?
don't- I personally don't have a concern on this set right now.
Oh.
No.
I wouldn't look at changing anything right now.
And as discussed, these are returning coaches, these have been vetted, and most of the assistants are after discussion, after my discussion with the athletic director. We're following the same protocol that assistants are recommended after discussion with head coaches. And so, the protocol is always hire head coaches and then follow up with the coach on a recommendation or vetting or hiring process for assistants. And these returning assistants are vetted through the head coach previously. It's just it to the point to where usually we get information or have committee discussion prior to something coming to the board. And this past 2 months, these haven't been to a committee or discussed until an outreach. I made an outreach for it. So
Yeah, no,
that's just my personal question of making sure that we're following a process of having communication
and I get that, I do. My question is, how would we change this? Would we just table it for tonight, or do part of it, or come back later, or exactly what's the plan? I mean, you're talking about having some sort of extracurricular committee meeting before we.
Well, go ahead.
I think as stated, I think the point was to showcase and to show that there needs to be staff's communication with the board and their committees prior to action coming for approval.
No, I agree.
With that, I think this current list and this current returning coaching staff have been previously vetted, some of them for multiple seasons. And I don't see an issue with rehiring them as long as their evaluations are done and prior to the season. The only ones that really came up in my head was, ones that are in current season. We've never hired a basketball or football coach for the next year during midseason. But I do understand that summertime and coaches and camps are an awkward thing, especially when we're trying to leave June.
So, yeah, and I agree again with all that.
So,
Are you thinking of changing this somehow or not?
the only thing I would change on this, it would be to exclude the coaches that are in the current season
Okay.
from this motion.
So cut it off at head cheer coach?
So,
And yeah, head cheer coach would be the last one, I believe.
Or revisit it after a extracurricular committee meeting?
I would approve up to the head cheer coach. It's just hard for me to approve a coach during the season for the next following year.
So, even if the season has ended, we haven't.
Yeah, or you're done, man.
Well, that's what I was just.
We're in McDermott, no, I'm just
It
kidding.
was- yeah.
I understand it's a spring sport. Evaluations, the process of evaluation has not been completed yet on spring sports.
So yet we don't know that the true recommendation from the athletic director would be to rehire those coaches, which I don't see an issue, but just being a stickler for process, and I'm sorry.
No, I agree with that 100%, absolutely. So could we amend a recommended?
There currently isn't a motion.
No, but if we, could we
You could make an
phrase it
amended
in a
motion.
way that,
Yes, and I would
Okay.
be willing to write it down exactly how you would like before we get to a second.
what if it read, we recommend approval of coaching positions from high school football assistants to head cheer coach?
Well, to head cheer coach on list above.
On the vote.
On
Does
list
that imply that we're
previous
not
set.
approving the others? It's not that we're not approving them, we just want some communication.
It would be
and- Well, how about revisit the approval of
At the end of the
coaches?
season, at the end of the.
well, it'd be
after
next
completion
board
of
meeting, I
evaluations.
believe. Should be next board meeting.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
could-
next board
We could
meeting.
accomplish all that stuff by then, so there would be no
Works.
lag.
And then you would have a extracurricular committee meeting between now and
Or
then.
just a discussion, yeah.
To or through the head chair coach?
Through.
Through.
Gotcha. I like that.
That, and maybe I have another problem here because it seems like it seems like weightlifting summer stipend
Well,
is different from the rest of the
Yeah, that
recommended.
should not be in that portion of it if that's a stipend and that's something that's not really a season.
There's also not a name attached to it to approve.
Yeah. So we're just approving the position and don't have a person go with it. If we put it up in that upper one, because apparently that would wanna start at the beginning of, at the end of school, right? We wanna add that to the approved list.
It's already been approved annually, so that position already exists, so you don't have to approve.
Okay.
We just need to approve the person.
And the stipend is already set?
Yeah.
So we're also approving, are we taking?
Well, there's no name there, so you're looking at recommend approval of coaching positions, high school football through head cheer list presented above, and that's where we're at right now. So then we have to finish the wording of that and revisit. And what would you like it to
Just
say?
revisit, just approve, just approve.
Yeah.
That's above. Okay.
Yes.
And then we
Was
can,
presented above. Okay. Okay. Presented above. Period. That's it.
we've made that recommendation then? Is what
Well,
you're saying?
that's a recommendation
Somebody
from
has
Mr. Marchant.
Okay.
High school. Recommend approval of coaching positions, high school football through head cheer list presented above.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'll second.
Okay.
Moved and seconded, any other discussion? All in favor?
One more.
Okay, last one, employment, recommend Art Bordeaux for summer maintenance position.
I'd recommend Art Bordeaux for summer maintenance position.
I have Mr. Marchant, moved, and there's still Jeff Evans on here, but it'll be edited to J.P. Thomas. Okay, we're looking for a vote or
Okay.
discussion.
Any discussion?
What's the start date? Is it June, what would that be? It's 8th? You start that Monday after graduation? And he's done this before, right? Is that not true? No. this is first.
No,
He's
Okay.
currently working.
He subs though.
He subs.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, all in favor?
Okay, motion carries.
All right, nothing else? Meeting adjourned.
7:59, you kept it under an hour for your first board meeting.
Miraculously.
Yeah, I'll clean this thing up before I send out minutes to anybody.
Little clunky, we can review